Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to six figures and beyond. Wow. So I'm so excited to welcome Deborah and Pamela. Welcome. I have
Hey.
these two lovely ladies here, and they are doing phenomenal things. The reason why I love sharing success stories is because you might be on the edge of giving up. And if you hear someone else and they had a struggle and you hear where they were and where they are now, because when they met with me not too long ago, they really, really, really were like, we've got to make this work. Sort of like what I love, Think and Grow Rich. You burn the boat, there's no other way to turn around. You're on the island, you're either going to sink or swim. And so that's kind of the way they were and where they were before. But I can tell that they were determined because they asked the questions and they were ready to go. So they were in our former class, Crack the GovCode, class number 103. So shout out to class number 103. And then I'm going to introduce Pamela and Deborah and let them take it. So you guys go right ahead. Tell me your names, your company, and then give me a little bit of background about, how you were struggling a little bit and then how it just all just started to unfold. And I know you've gotten some major contracts. So go right ahead, ladies.
My name is Pamela Phillips, and my business is Infinity Resources Group. The struggle came in was with while we were going through the class. It just things weren't like connecting the way that I wanted them to connect. And I called you every day, Miss M, just about leaving voicemail. Miss M, call me. But it finally just like you told me before, is the wording, tweaking them, sending out the letters, getting introduced to them. Some respond, some didn't, but I kept hit going and emailing them and being consistent with what I was doing.
So let me
And
ask you a question because I know people like to get as specific as they can. We're going to be here for about, 10 minutes or so, if that long. So when you say the letters, so I know you were doing business, you
Mhm,
reached out to us. I guess you saw us on YouTube. You reached out to
mhm.
us, became one of our students to crack the Gov code. When you say letters, you talking about your introduction letters? Is that what you mean? Like you were
The
introducing
introduction
yourself?
letters, yes.
Okay. So your introduction letters, so you started sending those out. Did you send your capability statement and who are you sending it to?
I was sending them to subcontractors and contractors, prime contractors.
Okay, so
And
subcontractors and prime
mhm,
contractors doing federal
mhm.
government contracts.
Yes,
Okay, and
yes.
where are you located?
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, so
Mhm.
some were responding, and I know we gave you guys, I know you guys were really on it. So there were some things you found on your own. I know we gave people the list, the OSDBU and all that. So you're sending it out. Some are responding, some aren't. And what are
Mhm.
you doing? You're not giving up, you're just continuing on.
Continue sending the letters out. And then I started going to different events.
Okay.
I want a stranger to the events, but I was a stranger on that part as doing it for myself. I would
Okay.
work for somebody who I used to go to the events for, but they still knew me. So I was going to the events, handing out my cards and my capability statement. Then they start calling. And then when they
Okay.
start calling, they asked me to look at different bids. I'm getting ready to email you a bid, send me your numbers. And that's how I got started. And my first bid, I won. I gave him my numbers. He called me back 2 weeks later and said, I'm writing you in on the project.
Now, how much was this one for?
500,000.
Yes, 500,000. Oh my God. Okay.
Mhm.
So it does happen. It just doesn't happen like the first one. You've got to put it out there. So some
Yeah.
people, they'll say, well, Miss M, it doesn't work. And I'm like, well, what did you do? Well, we sent out 3 introduction letters and they didn't call back. And then that's it. You didn't get the call back, but you kept on because you were tenacious. You wanted it. You and Deborah wanted it. And I could tell when I met you in person that you guys wanted it. And you put the work in, even though you might have the information, if you
Mhm.
don't do anything with it, then it's just another thing, another class, another whatever, webinar, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You're not implementing it. So
Yes.
that is so great. So they started reaching out literally, and the next thing you know, they're giving you we're going to send you something. So like I always say, sometimes they have the bid right there in their desk. They have it, they haven't put it out anywhere. So they started doing that. Okay, so then you won the first one, and then what happened?
Won the first one, and I have been working on this project for about 4 weeks. And then the same contractor called me back and said, "Hey, I got some more projects, and I want you to give me your numbers." And I ended up winning those 4 bids. So now we're just waiting for the season to crack open so we can um, start working.
So are you close to 1 million, over 1 million by the time they're all done? Where would you say you are?
By the time they all done, we would be at 1 million.
Okay,
At
so go ahead.
we'll be at 1 million.
Okay. So you have gone from six figures and beyond. Wow,
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about. Wow, I am so proud because I know you and Deborah really put it in. I know it wasn't easy. You drove all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina to visit with us at our conference when we did the training. I know that you were talking about then you had a bid. You wanted to
Mhm.
know, we kind of went over a little rehearsal of what you wanted to say. So would you say that tweaking it, would you say it was having something different? What would you say you think really just honed in? If
Um,
you had to narrow it down.
Tweaking it and stay consistent because in 1 month I have sent over 80 emails of introduction letters.
Okay, tell me one
Every
more time. In 1 month, how many?
80.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you told us in class, stay consistent. And that's what
Stay
I did.
consistent, stay
Mhm,
consistent. 80. I get people that send 4. So that's the key. You and
mhm,
now within what 4 months, not right around that 90-day, just
mhm.
like I said, it definitely can happen. But look at the work you had to put in. But
Yes.
was it worth it or not? And now you're
Oh,
on your way. You've got people emailing you. And this is just the beginning. Because I know you guys are going to do outstanding work, and
mhm.
they know that you're going to do outstanding work. And once they like you, they like you. They will
Yes.
continue to use you. They will continue because they want great results.
Mhm,
But what I hear is consistency,
mhm,
determination,
mhm.
capability statement, introduction letter, and
Yes.
you sent out over 80. And then it started to, once you get it rolling, it just starts coming in. And so you guys are really starting to find your way. By the time this is over, you're going to be well into your multi-millions because now it's going to continue on. And I just
Mhm,
want to say I'm so impressed, just so proud of you, so proud that you were one of our students and that you guys show that you really came with intentions, wanting to make a difference in your lives. And this is just the beginning. So is there anything else you guys wanted to share with our students or our YouTube family? Anything, Miss Deborah?
Um,
I would say the course opened my eyes because I had no experience in that area.
Okay.
And having a partner like Pam, who was somewhat experienced with government contracts, helped to bring the pieces together, right?
Okay.
So I think that, as you were saying, consistency, staying on top of it, knowing who you're targeting, because you can't target everybody. You have to kind
There
of
you
like
go.
make sure you're targeting the right
So you
people.
kind of niche down more. And so you noticed that. So what did you guys, is it transportation? We didn't say, what is the industry that you kind of narrowed in on?
So we started out looking at administrative and looking in that area. And then we realized that, hey, we might need to pivot and play a little bit of middleman.
Okay.
And then and we kind of moved back around and said, well, why come we can't play middleman with trucking?
Okay.
So we kind of branched over, and that's when things started to click and work.
So you guys are doing the middleman for all of this.
Hmm.
So you are doing the middleman. You found people to do the work. So you're doing trucking for this. This is transportation stuff.
yes.
Transportation.
And what is that? What's the NAX code? Do you know?
Um, it's local, the
Okay.
4
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're doing transportation and you pivot, you did a little pivoting there. You realized that you couldn't be all everywhere. You had to kind of niche down, be more specialized and more customized. And that way they knew you were more a fit for them, because then you start not being all everywhere. But I love the fact that you middleman. And so did you interview people to do the work? Is that what you did?
We are.
I,
Pam does most of the interviewing, but
Okay.
we do work on it together. Yes.
Okay, well, great. So you interviewed it, you're doing the middleman, you're getting the contracts, they're doing the work. I love it. Well, ladies, I am not going to keep you any longer. I just want to say much success. I love the fact that you are doing it, it's working, and you guys are just making it happen. And hopefully, our YouTube family and anyone else that is listening and we're sharing this with realizes that it does work. So much success. I definitely will be interviewing you guys again, because I know you're going to be doing great things. And for anyone that is interested in learning more, I'd love to invite you to our weekly GovCon Lunch and Learn. So we cover a lot of different subjects. Make sure you click the link so you can learn more. And hopefully I'll be interviewing you guys soon about all the successes you guys have. And when our Crack the Gov Code has the open enrollment, which is going to be March 18th, I'll make sure there's a link in there for Crack the Gov Code, which is where they went and graduated, and now they're on their way. So anyone that wants that success like them, you have to put the work in, but we'd love to give you a start on the journey. You can make sure you come to our weekly GovCon Lunch and Learn. And if you want to sign up for the wait list for our Crack the Gov Code, our doors open on March the 18th. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank
And
you,
I
Ms.
will
Moore.
look forward to talking to you again real soon. Have a fantastic day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.